Olá, o CNN Freedom Project está no ar e o tema hoje é intolerância religiosa. Em Myanmar, a violência contra a minoria muçulmana do país provocou uma fuga em massa para Bangladesh. Hoje, quase 1 milhão de pessoas vivem em campos de refugiados. Em um cenário que parece terra sem lei, traficantes de pessoas atuam quase sem restrições. Cox's Bazar é um dos lugares mais difíceis do planeta. O povo Rohingyas é um grupo perseguido. São muçulmanos e há muitos anos fogem de suas casas em Myanmar. São vidas destruídas e famílias desfeitas.
In first 6 weeks' time, we received more than 500,000 refugees. The women were really abused with gang raping. Children were thrown into the fire. So that was a very organized crime against humanity.
The Rohingya came in such a big number, and they came with small kids having no roof over their head. That was very horrifying. It was a genocide.
Bangladesh is a beautiful country in South Asia. I love the rice paddies and fields. The jungles are so lush, and we have people who are very sweet and friendly. But we have problems like every country has problems. You can see that this part of this country is not developed at all after this influx of people. Many things happen. Human trafficking has become a major issue, especially since the Rohingya crisis, which began in 2017. Bangladesh is next to India and Myanmar.
يحسبون الأحزاب لم يذهبوا وإن يأتي الأحزاب يودوا لو أنهم بادون في الأعراب يسألون عن أنباء.
O povo Rohingya é um grupo étnico apátrida. Ao chegar em Bangladesh, foram alocados em um campo de refugiados, o maior do mundo. Hoje há mais Rohingyas ali do que em Myanmar.
Of course, we are a very small country. For us, it is very difficult to accommodate such a large number of people coming from other countries.
O dia começa cedo para a Fazia Firoze. Ela lidera a BNWLA, uma ONG que reúne mais de 1.200 advogadas de Bangladesh. Elas se dedicam a defender jovens mulheres e crianças da exploração.
I hear every day hundreds and hundreds of stories about the women struggling with their lives, struggling with their profession, struggling in every sector. We have been working with the trafficking projects, and we had been doing this very successfully, and we were one of the pioneer organization in trafficking.
I'm Dominika Kochuk. I run Kochuk Foundation, a family organization which is supporting people around the world to be empowered, especially women.
We receive many complaints from the refugee women and girls.
Dominika decidiu ver com os próprios olhos as histórias que já tinha ouvido. Acompanhada de Fazia e sua colega Wahida Ética, ela vai ao campo para conhecer como é a vida ali. Há crianças por toda parte.
They're in much more trouble than their own country from Myanmar. My name is Wahida Idris. BNWLA was founded in 1979. It fights for access to justice for the most disadvantaged women and children in Bangladesh. In recent years, the Rohingya crisis has become a main focus of our work.
One girl was taken.
We are visiting Arakan Rohingya, a local organization set up by Rohingya themselves.
This is the Toyoba.
Okay. So this girl is missing?
Missing.
What's happened to the girl?
The 8 girls are taken, one broker up to the India.
When I was in the community,
No centro comunitário do campo de refugiados, Dominica viu muitas pessoas esperando atendimento. Todas tinham uma tragédia para contar.
tragedies.
What makes it even
O que torna a situação mais difícil é que o povo Rohingya não tem recursos para denunciar o caso e pedir ajuda.
Usually in the camp, if any complainant come, we always ask what is the story. And it's very important to listen carefully because when they explain the story as an abduction, but after listening the story, we know that out of 10 cases, 9 cases are trafficking. Cox's Bazar is a new place for her and she don't know anyone. Somebody saw that her sister got in a tuk-tuk and unfortunately it will be very difficult to find her because they don't know where she went, and she now fears her sister may have been killed or sold into the sex trade in India.
How big percentage of human trafficking is happening between Bangladesh and India?
Every month we receive at least 60 cases of trafficking from, it's not trafficking, the repatriated girls from India who were trafficked earlier.
This lady has come with regard to her daughter, who is only 16 years old, and she has been kidnapped in the name of marriage.
I'm hoping to be able to support Fasia and her team in looking for girls who are missing right now. We know their names, we know their families, so we're really hoping to be able to find out more about the situation and to hopefully find out where they are so we can act, we can help them to be free. Everyone here.
Todos ali têm uma história e precisam esperar horas pela vez deles. A angústia no rosto desta mãe diz muito antes que qualquer palavra seja dita.
Khurshida, she is a complainant. The story is that they have a neighbor and neighbor has a daughter who came and visit from Bashkhali with her husband. Her son get very friendly with the guy, and then the guy asked the little boy, let's go to Balukhali, we'll just go and for a visit. So they allowed to go the little boy with him, and then they're not coming back. Suddenly they get a phone call from a telephone number that you have to pay us and then I will send back the boy. So they gave 1,000 taka through the telephone, that Bikash system. Afterwards, the telephone was switched off and they didn't get back the son.
When I realized that a boy's life is worth one bag of rice, $12, what kind of world we're living in, it's just indescribable.
I'm hoping that we would be able to bring Faisal back through our legal system. Because the one thing, we have the perpetrator's national ID. This is the only hope we have. So let's hope and pray that Faisal is still in Bangladesh and we can rescue him.
Olhando os campos do alto, dá para ter uma noção de como são gigantescos. Eles passaram por muita coisa nos últimos anos.
What is the situation of Rohingya people right now, those who are living in this camp?
Space is a big issue. This is a very unbelievably congested place. A lot has been achieved in terms of improving the living conditions, the land site development, construction of roads, bridges, culverts, improving the shelter conditions with food supply, with wash facilities, with medical interventions, supports, education.
Well, today this place is starting to look like a
town, city?
You are correct actually. The situation is more stable and the camp looks more stabilized. This is the largest refugee settlement globally now, with more than 630,000 population living in this mega camp. But we still have challenges emerging every time. Bangladesh is a very disaster-prone country. There are issues relating to the monsoon, natural hazards like cyclone, heavy rain, landsliding, lightning. Diseases are very common in this country, generally during the monsoon time. So all these things really pose a big challenge for us.
As chuvas no sul do país podem ser implacáveis. Acontecem todos os dias e duram horas, causando transtornos. Mas é muito mais perigoso nos campos, com barracos em encostas desprotegidas. No início deste ano, um grande incêndio atingiu um dos campos e deixou mais de 12 mil pessoas desabrigadas. Mas como combater um problema tão complexo quanto o tráfico de pessoas, quando não se tem o básico para sobreviver? É no nosso próximo bloco. A gente volta já. O CNN Freedom Project está de volta. O que você faria se deixasse seu filho com um vizinho e ele desaparecesse? Entre os refugiados de Myanmar e em Bangladesh, isto é tão comum que muitos parecem conformados com a situação.
Before driving into the refugee camp in Cox's Bazar, you're surrounded by rice fields. And after entering the camp, you realize that the place which used to be green is now covered with shelters. In the community center, people who came there were definitely looking for help, and most of the cases were extremely difficult because they were about missing children who were missing already for a couple of months. And since that time, nobody was really able to do anything to help, to solve the problem, to save the children. We decided to focus on one case.
After listening to Khurshida, we have decided to go to her neighbor's house to find out what happened actually and to gather more information. It was really dingy area. It was very difficult to go there. It is raining and it's muddy and it sloped down to the hill. Finally, we arrived and it is difficult to get into their room because it's so small. So we called them out, requested them. She came out. The perpetrator's wife is pregnant because it seems that she is expecting baby any day. So we tried to find out the address or whereabouts her husband. It seems that she has decided she's not going to disclose about her husband. She said she can't help us. I said I'm going to bring the police and she said no, I can't help it. You can bring, but I don't know where is he. Because he said, I don't know, he's not calling me, his mobile is switched off.
But as she were that in 24 hours,
yeah,
you're going to come back here with
yeah.
the police if she's not providing us with the address of the man who took the boy.
Yeah.
It's like a serious thing, it's unacceptable.
She said she was contacting the in-laws, but they said, we don't know about it. Janai biye korche. She is the second wife of her husband.
Okay.
Her husband got another wife and children's family back in Bashkali. Okay? Mm-hmm. So there is another clue. Yeah. You can talk to them.
Yeah, exactly. How is she feeling about other mother missing a baby? How would you feel if your baby is missing? You know?
জিজ্ঞেস করতেছে যে তোমার বাচ্চা চলে গেলে তোমার কেমন লাগবে? She said I would also feel bad, but I can't help it. She is telling again and again that she can't help. We can kill her, we can put him in prison, but she won't be able to help.
That's wrong. No. I just couldn't believe this is happening. It was just shocking.
She is not scared at all, you know. We took the information, the telephone number which helped us. Phone number ta bolo 17779. This is the number of the husband. Next thing, we are going to the police station to file the case.
It's unacceptable. Baby is missing. You are the mother, this is the mother, okay? So think what you can do. And we're going to be back here.
Mobile.
After we were leaving the house of the trafficker, we were passing the house of Conchita's family. I suddenly saw an older woman crying so badly and even shouting and asking for help.
What is she saying? She is saying that she is just 12 years old young kid and they took him from here.
She was in such pain that it was even hard to look at, and she just needed to be comforted. She just needed the spark of hope because she was still not able to accept that her dear grandson is not there with her.
She is begging that we should find out her grandson because he is the eldest grandson of the family. And I can see the house, they're so poor. They don't have no bed, nothing. It is not even a room because it's made of bamboo and some plastics. In this particular area, they were living 10 to 15 people. It's inhuman, you know, where they will cook, how they will sleep, I don't know.
This is so heartbreaking.
Yeah, I know.
Look how much she's suffering.
She's suffering a lot.
She's suffering so badly. These people are hoping that we're going to help. So we're going to go to the police and we're going to talk to the officials.
Kushida said that she sent the money to see her boy by selling down her ration, that is some rice, a bag of rice. Now they don't have food. They've lost her son.
I'm trembling. I'm just overwhelmed with this pain and I really feel it and sense it. So let's just do something.
Everybody had a very good life in Myanmar. They had two-storied house, they had cows, they had chickens, they had lot of paddy fields, and they don't know whether they can go back or not.
They have no identity, they have no nationality. It's the worst scenario. They can't travel. Can you imagine that you can travel? I mean, it's like a caged people.
This is not the first time we are having this kind of problem here in Cox's Bazar or in Bangladesh. The policies that were pursued by the Myanmar government since 1960s really created a lot of discrimination with this Rohingya population. It's not merely a persecution now, we can actually call it a genocide, a very deliberate and cold-blooded genocide.
They've been living in terrible conditions the past 2 years. And now, on top of that, traffickers are coming in and trying to exploit the young women and girls. There's 400 cases right now of which we know that kids are missing. I think in these circumstances, which BNWLA are operating, it's just very difficult to help to bring anybody home. You're dealing with human trafficking. It's always very risky. It's always very complex. We managed to help Conchita.
Okay, she is now very upset and traumatized because she lost her son.
Taking the case to the police.
Treatment seriously, we should do it, right?
I think this is the most important thing which was being done, because without being helped, Conchita wouldn't even reach police station. She didn't have the permission to leave the camp. She didn't have the money to pay for the transport to reach the place. So what is happening right now, police is taking care of that. And I deeply hope that they're going to be on it. They're going to do everything they can do to find first the trafficker and then Fazil.
Already we filed the case, so I think police will do whatever necessary, they will proceed as per law. With the force, if we could go and, talk to the wife, maybe, or the family, it will be different impact. Sometimes out of fear, out of getting arrested, they might tell us the truth. After gathering the information from the wife of the perpetrator, I thought that it will help us if I can call these numbers. It may give me some clue to file the case or to find out the boys. It's ringing.
Hello.
Hello? Fuita. আপনি কে বলছেন ফুটিয়া? The guy is denying that he is the perpetrator. Faisal, they don't know. They said, I don't know, I have no clue, because we never seen. And he said he's a member of a pirate group.
The perpetrator.
The perpetrator. He has another wife who lives in a different district with 3 kids. So I think it is going to help us. I'm sure that we're going to find out Faisal, because maybe it will take a little bit time. I'm just worried that in the meantime, whether he has sold him somewhere else. Many people goes to Bangladesh in a pirate ship for forced labor.
We can guess that he's on a ship. The ship can be anywhere in the world. Think of what the boy has to be going through. But he's still a boy. He needs his family and a normal life. But I think in the camp...
Mas nos campos, por mais difícil que seja o dia a dia, é importante que a comunidade una forças para proteger mulheres e crianças dos traficantes. Em uma visita aos campos, Dominica viu um grande grupo de mulheres se reunir. O Shukida nasceu na comunidade e só tem mulheres.
They have banded together as a kind of neighborhood watch. It's a good sign that Bangladeshi women and Rohingya women, they're working together, because more people together means everyone is working against the evil.
Celebrar o sucesso é importante, mas é preciso lembrar que ainda há milhares de histórias à espera de um final feliz. Hoje eu fico por aqui. Até o próximo programa.
CNN Freedom Project. Apoio